Hi, my name is Nasalifya Namwinga. I am a clinical psychologist and PhD student. Your young person may be having a really difficult time to cope, and that's normal, but you might also be having a really difficult time coping because you're both having a normal response to an abnormal situation. So it's important to keep in mind to be kind to yourself and do the things that you need to make sure you're supported. As parents and carers, we model how young people are going to respond. So the first thing that we need to do is make sure that we put our oxygen mask on and then help the person next to us. So what do? We model three different things. We firstly model that our emotions are okay and are valid. The way you're feeling is normal. The second thing that you need to do is make sure that you model seeking the supports that you need to be okay. And then the third step can be then sitting with the young person to sit with their emotions and help them get the supports that they might need. I think as a parent, the scary reality is that we cannot protect young people from everything. And sometimes their engagement with what the content of the things that are going on in the world actually makes them better global citizens. The key thing is about being able to have conversations with them about what they're seeing and what they're experiencing and their emotional response to those pieces of content, and be able to identify what is good content and helpful content and what isn't. The second thing is about creating a safe space so that they can share with us when they do see distressing content, so that we can, as a family, as a unit, be able to process some of that content together. It is really important for young people to be able to tell us what they're seeing online. Some of the content that is available to us online now can be quite disturbing and graphic and can lead to us having a strong emotional response. The other part of it is being able to understand the why your young person is so interested in this topic and keeps consuming content around this topic. Their why might be really different. It might be that this is how they're connecting with their peers, or it might be because of some feelings of guilt that they are holding around not being able to do much around this issue. My advice is twofold when it comes to that. The first is around setting up a plan as a family of how you educate yourself about the issue so that you can bring the young person in as a family expert on the issue so that they can share their knowledge about this issue within the family. And then the second is around making a plan for advocacy, if that's what you choose to do as a family. That might look like reaching out to local support groups, local advocacy groups, looking online and seeing what people are asking to do, what petitions. So then that means that the young person doesn't feel like they're carrying the weight of this issue by themselves within the family. Because of generational differences, because of age difference, we will have different responses to young people, but both responses are valid. So firstly, we need to validate our own response, because as a parent, if you're seeing content about children, your response to that might be very personal from a parent's perspective. But it's actually important to come together and discuss what those responses are, because they're not competing responses, they're actually complementary. You're sharing from your perspective and from your lived experience, and they're sharing from theirs. And that can be a beautiful place to actually find a common ground.